Hello, welcome back to the NDS. We are here at the NDS Open. Huge field for an Open, as we got some multi-class action going on. And we'll get ready to go here right about now. Tied on pole, and that 8 car will lead the field to green here. Let's zoom out a lot. Here we go. Full field on their feet. As the pace car comes off of turn 4. We're going to get ready to go here. Green flag is out now. Let's get this party started. So far, big run here on the inside. Stalls out with Kyle D there, but he's starting to move up as well. Here they go. Defending good. Still double file through 3 and 4. Up at the front. Ladion breaks out for second as Tiger Man takes third. 88 goes high. It's going to open up there. You see this line on the high side with the Cooker and Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's going to start going backwards here. As for the fantasy drivers, LW Wright, Good If You're Not Bad, and Fred Jones begin moving up through the inside. With the weaker cars, you'll see that it gives a chance for these guys who may not have the power to start coming up through the field here. Kyle D put in the middle of 3. If LW Wright can get there, that's going to be big for a lot of these guys. Up front, Logan takes it. The King of Kings still out there. And Misty Viper. See some fantasy drivers coming up, but it's top 3 for real, top 3 for fantasy. So see if it's train on the low side. The Cooker's got down to the low side as well. 13 of Good If You're Not Bad running that low side. You gotta take it easy here. One mistake and it's really gonna stack them up. They're running close together here. The Cooker running it low, actually leading some real drivers off here as it's fantasy out front. But the 52 and the 8 have gotten down low. They're pushing for real as the 47 of Dump Truck begins his assault to the front. It's going to be a lot tougher than you think getting it there. Fred Jones, the Cooker, side by side. And see some of those front few really starting to fall back. Tiger Man, Logan out back. Kyle D got eaten up. And oh, we see some getting close to 4 wide there. Mr. Tickles really got put in a whole box there. As the 92 had to back out to save face. Oh, more contact between the 91 and the 23. Noski being really aggressive as Logan put up high. Oh, Good If You're Not Bad in the wall pretty hard there. That's going to split the field up here. As Cade and Wenda slow on the low side. That's going to hold more cars up as well. So the second group, not really appreciative of that so far. Out front, you got guys like Joe Mama, Muhaha, JJ, Shapa, landing on the low side, getting the push from the 98 of Ayunda Rizu. And it's about like the top 11 cars have broken away. Yeah, that's where you see the gap there. And some guys just hanging out in the back. Never seen much from Lucas Cram. Eastland made his way to the back. And it's just brutal if you're stuck up on that high side. Got no way of moving forward, though. Darkest Presence on the rise. starting to become a bit more prevalent here. His volley slips up a bit. And the cooker, relatively inexperienced in this field, but still knows what he's doing. He's blending in very well. But the 52 and the 8 are going to be peaking constantly, so you're going to have to play defense on that front as well. The 52 Canadian Lux, just so strong here. You see some guys near the back starting to fall, drop a bit. Have a 66 of Cannoli looking really strong with this run he's got here. Howard Pavilion moving up the field as well. These guys are going to be teeth out running down these front few. The 54 of King out front, 77 of Shapa, looking to redeem himself from that poor run at Dodge Motor Drum. Look at Landon's got, once he gets low, trying to rotate it there. Tide has just been so strong. Just consistently, he seems like a lock for the All-Star race unless things go south. And the 6 of Misty Viper, surprised to see him in the Open, but he hasn't been that impressive as of late, and is really just not doing so hot. But with competition like this, he'll seem like he's got a better shot at it. Look at this, more fantasy drivers towing the low side. Presence, Pavilion, and 17 of the Puff starts to move in. If he could just keep riding where he's good, he's gonna, get some spots to pick up here. The Cooker up high, really starting to bunch up here. That could be dangerous. .52 just in the middle of 3, kind of relatively claustrophobic. The 47 of Dump Truck and the 98 of Rizzu doing so good right now. Darkest Presence in the Puff goes side by side down the back. Pedal to the metal, hammering it. As the 17 continues his ascent through the field. The Puff leaving no prisoners behind, but didn't want to get too touchy on that quarter panel. But with a good entry, he's going to try to clear shop up. Dump Truck second place to Tide, leading our field so far. And look at this, the 98 getting passed by the 17 car. Strong performance here. Relatively in the back. Darkest Presence has been falling back. Some guys stuck in the back of the field. Logan, the Cooker. Tiger Man and Eastlamp, they've been really far back. But this isn't really the back of the pack. You see other cars just waiting around. As Fred Jones is actually the last place car so far. Is caution's out. I think I could tell what happened. Oh. First caution of the day for the 48 of Joe Mama. Like, Kryptonite just slows it down off the corners. Joe Mama had to check up, and the 68 had nowhere to go. Big hit for Joe Mama. Donald Trump spinning as well. Captain Picard involved. Joe Mama out of the race. As the other two, Trump and Picard, are able to carry on at least. As we see some mixed pit strategy here. Got some takers, got some stay-outers. And we'll see Ladion, Vassell, Cade, Lucas Kramnotsky all staying out. That is risque, to say the least, as they line back up from the exit of their pit stops. This is, Top five are still there. A little trouble. Huh. A little extra trouble here. Something happened to the O2 on the pit road. Huh. Got the 68 as well, so both of them having some damage to shake off. Not good for those guys. Probably won't see them in the All-Star race as they're have a lot of ground to make up. But nevertheless, Ladion leads at lap 21, and as we'll have a restart, we'll have 5 who stayed out and several cars to parse through as they're going to go back green, 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 back out. They got some used up guys trying to fight some fresh guys. And I don't think it's going to end well. But 91 gives way high. There's still some gap on fantasy drivers as the Puff is the second one out. And Dump Truck is the third one on track. Joe Mama, the only car out of the race. But Todd's going to have to put in a lot more fight if he wants to get into the top 3 to secure a spot in the All-Star race. He's going 3 wide. He's not going to fuck with it, though. Cade goes way high. This could be dangerous. All the others playing their cards right. Cade really slow off into corner. Probably made the wrong decision here. 91 hop back in line but can't hold it. Down low. Darkest Presence having to fight through. Fight through some trouble here. As they're all still going, but like a lot of slow cars, like 99's giving so hard. 44 is also on the way back. Ladion, the only car with decent position that didn't pit that time. But even then, I think that's gonna give a little too hard there. Misty Viper currently leading this group here as the Puff is putting in a honest goddamn good drive, surprisingly enough. Shapa fighting on the low side to get around the 17. I think this time it's going to happen because the aggressiveness from the 8 is going to put the 77 in a box. And it's not good for the 77. I think the 17 had that information relayed to him, so he'll give there, but he's got to get back in there somehow. Now the Puff. Now, the top dog fantasy driver is going to be the 98 with this pass here. See how much stiff the competition is for the real drivers. Ladion, pretty hopeless here as he's got a few spots to make up, but the 98's in the clear so far. As we're starting to run out of laps here, the 9 of Logan starting to make a comeback. Don't call it a comeback for the 19. They're proving that they can mix it up just fine. Kyle D fighting for his life, the King of Kings. It's so tragic for the 54 team, but they're looking to make a splash here. Look at this, third fantasy driver in line, Dump Truck. And Howard Pavilion's gonna have to try to fight past the Dump Truck to get in. That's what it's looking like so far. Kyle D just getting shuffled out back. And Misty Viper's got to make a pass on the 54 to get in. Side by side for the lead. Logan gets it. King goes for second. This puts Tide in a peculiar position. As the Puff falls back. The Puff falls back out of the top three as he's trying to recover from a wall hit. He holds up Darkest Presence a bit. Now Pavilion moves in. And Misty Viper moves in to a good position as well. They're trying to fan low to try to get underneath the cars ahead of them. Kyle D fighting these drivers so he can get to the position he needs to be to get to the top three. Tide trying to fight back for it. Gets it done. The top three fantasy drivers all under a blanket. Pavilion, Rizzu, and Dump Truck. Tiger Man trying to fight his way up into the top three, but he doesn't look like he has enough time left to get that done. Wenna is now passing the Puff as the Puff is on the way back. Howard Pavilion making it work so far. Oh, 88, 5, close combat. Who's going to win the Open overall? Tide, Misty, and Logan looks so strong. The King of Kings looks like he's one step behind here as he just tough. Bet he won't be able to get it done if he can't make the pass here. Coming to 3 to go. Landon 5th. 6. Canadian Lux. Pavilion just strutting his stuff right now. He's all good. As King tries to go for it. As we see a lot of cars off, a couple off pace. Those who haven't pitted, they've gone all the way back. It's not worth it. And see the rest of the guys up and down the roster here. Trying to make it to the end. 2 to go for Tide. All good in the 8 car hood. Logan looking to just get that pass done. Pavilion is clear into the All-Star race. And Darth Vader in that 35. He's shot up the leaderboard now. Oh my word. Logan going for the lead. Tide holds it off. If you don't have a side-by-side cam, so pissed. 35 out of nowhere. Ladion pitted. That must have been what caused it, though. Lap traffic. The 68 plays a role in holding up the 8. But the 8 is not going to be denied. Canadian Lux sneaks it into the top 3 as Lux and Tide can get in, and Logan wins the Open. What a turn of events. Several cars pitting the final there. I think Pavilion got in as well. Big job for the 90 team. As we look to finish up the race here. There we go. And it is done. So, top 3 real drivers, the 9, the 8, the 52. Get in. That's Logan, Tide, Canadian Lux. And our top 3 fantasy drivers getting in are Howard Pavilion, Darth Vader, and Ayunda Rizzu. All in. And the driver to win the real driver fantasy vote goes to Tiger Man in the 39. He gets a chance to race in the All-Star race with them. And of the fantasy driver fan vote was a 4-way tie but the ultimate benefactor will be the Puff. Saved by the bell, and he'll get to go All-Star Racing with the rest of them. And with that, we will see you in about 10 minutes. Break till the All-Star race. Hold on to your fucking nuts. And here's how the rest of them finished. Not very good. Those who stayed out got fucked on the pit cycle, so they kind of got boned. And of course, Joe Mama wrecked, but who gives a shit? All right, yep, that's all for us. See ya soon in the All-Star race.